Hey, Max Guys here. Welcome to Max Guys Music. Glad you're here. Before we get started, I hope you'll take a second, subscribe, click the bell notification. You can also check out the information down below. Lastly, if you're interested in PDF of any of these riffs of the week, I'd be happy to hook you up for free. Please subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll get you a copy of the riff. So today we got a great riff to talk about. It's Blinding Lights, written by the band The Weeknd, or I should say the Canadian singer The Weeknd. He co-wrote this with Swedish mega producers Max Martin and Oscar Holter. This came out at the end of 2019, I think it was in November. I believe this is off of The Weeknd's fourth studio album, After Hours. And of course, when this song, Blinding Lights, came out, it was a #1 hit almost immediately all over the world. One of the things that makes this song so fantastic is it crosses really sort of two worlds, musically speaking. There's a lot of course, modern pop elements that you hear, but what's really blended in with all of it is all the 80s Euro synth pop that reminds us of bands like Duran Duran and Aha, many groups like that. And in fact, I think that's one of the reasons it appeals to so many people. If you're an older person like myself and older, we hear this and we go, whoa, what a great song. This sounds like the 80s. It's a total throwback. And then of course, if you're younger like my kids, this sounds totally brand new. It's a brand new hybrid. And so I think this song written by The Weeknd is fantastic. I'll guarantee you this song will be around for many years to come. If you're gonna have a song get played a billion times, well, at least this one's pretty pleasant to listen to. So let's go ahead and start talking about it. So this great riff comes out of a minor pentatonic scale, like so many great riffs do. The song is in the key of F minor and starts on an F minor, goes to C minor, an E flat, and then a B flat. But when we talk about the scale that the great melody comes from, I would say it really comes out of the rock box from the 8th fret, or the E-type C minor pentatonic scale. And so I'll throw that up on the screen for those of you that might not know it. Here it is up and down one time. And many of you, of course, do know this scale, and it's kind of like, one of those ultimate must-know things on guitar. So all the notes from this riff come out of that position of the scale, and like many melodies, we don't play it in scale order. The melody itself is mixed up. The best way to think of this melody is it's really in two halves. It has a call and a response element. And the call is really simple because it's the same thing twice. So it starts off with your ring finger on the 10th fret, 3rd string, playing the note F. And that's the call. Play it again. And then the second half, the response, also gets played twice, and then it ends on a long note. And so I would sort of think of each of those as their own unit to memorize. Going to the first part, or the call, it starts off really simple, just 2 fingers on the same string. What's going to give people some trouble is all this string crossing on this second part of this. So we're going to cross from the 2nd string to the 4th string to the 3rd string, and that's a little tricky. I would do this with all downs, though you could alternate this melody, I suppose, at the tempo it's at. But that would be the bit I would practice, connecting those string skips. When you go to the second part, you have a skip here that you're going to want to practice a little bit. That E flat going to the B flat, or the 8th fret on the 3rd string going to the 11th fret on the 2nd string. And then the second part, or the response, is a bit easier because it's in that more natural mode of playing the C minor or any minor pentatonic scale. And that is 2 fingers per string. Very comfortable. So the response to this is like a descending scale, and then it ends on this nice long note. And so a couple things you might practice to make this easier. Of course, practice your C minor pentatonic scale. Memorize the 2 parts using the call and response. Call, response. And then of course target those string skips, and that will make this riff much easier to play. One little thing I'll say real quick is riffs like this that come out of the minor pentatonic scale are so great to remember because when we're practicing these scales, we often wonder, and might even ask our respective guitar teachers, why am I learning this scale? Well, remember, a scale is just a musical alphabet, and to make poetry in any language, of course, we need to mix up the letters of the respective alphabets. And so this particular song, millions of people really like this poem, so I'd recommend you learn it. Hey, thanks so much for checking out today's lesson. This is a fantastic riff by The Weeknd, Blinding Lights. I hope you enjoyed it. I love teaching anything with pentatonic scales. There's so many great things to learn. Please come and check out some future lessons or some of my other performances. Practice hard. We'll see you next time. Take care.